What's going on, Reflection? Many blessings to you. And discuss doing your best. Okay, the first thing you want to know about doing your best is you are going to fail. There's absolutely no way around that. There's no way around it. It's going to happen. So just laying it out there right from the get go, you're going to fail. It's gonna be hard. It's not easy, okay? But the times that you fail are the times that you have the opportunity to grow from them, to continue to heighten the bar of being the best that you can be, okay? And if you've watched my videos, I tend to break down words into different dimensional meanings. It helps myself personally to give a different meaning to it. So when I was thinking about doing your best, what was coming to me for best, so BEST, becoming every solution today. Okay, so like I said, you're going to fail. It's going to happen. It will happen. So you're not already every solution in this moment, you're becoming it, because every day you're going to fail on some level, as just as much as you're going to succeed on some level. This, when you succeed, is when you learn the lesson from the failure and you're like, okay, like that obviously didn't work. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to learn from that situation. I'm going to try something else, and maybe that gives you a little bit less of a failure in it, but you've grown from it. You've gained more efficiency in whatever you were working on. Myself, I teach yoga, so a lot of times that's where I do my best. Okay, so sometimes when I'm in there and I am doing my best to communicate something to my students, sometimes it doesn't land to anyone in the room, and it's like, oh man, okay, I need to go back to the chalkboard on that one and figure out a different way to communicate it. Because sometimes it's either over people's heads and they're just not comprehending what you're saying, or the cadence as to what how you're speaking it isn't landing. There's a lot of different ways that this stuff comes into play, and this is just on my end of teaching yoga, you know? And it could be doing your best, just keeping your space tidy. That's also an area that I'm doing my best in. Okay? There's days that I'm not the neatest, and that's okay, but I'm becoming much more tidy in my space every day. I do my best for that. Okay? Compared to where I was at, man, I used to be messy. I used to be messy, especially in my own, like, personal space. I used to be messy. So that's an area that I put it out there. I'm like, I'm gonna do my best and clean up after myself. So every day I try to do at least, like, 5-10 minutes of just picking stuff up, reorganizing it, vacuuming, whatever it is, just real quick, just boom, 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 boom. So then I don't have a huge mountain of crap where it's like, where do I even start, So those are just some areas that I'm working on being my best version of myself. Okay, I'm becoming the solutions to the problems I'm facing every day. Okay, so where do you want to do your best? Where do you want to become the solution to whatever you're facing today? Because it can't be yesterday, it can't be tomorrow, it has to be today. That's the key. It has to be right now. You have to do your best right now. If you're not doing your best right now, it's going to be tomorrow, or it's going to be yesterday, and it's okay, well, you just lost that day. And you can't do anything tomorrow because it's not here yet. You're not there. You don't even know what tomorrow is going to present you. So it has to be today. You have to become the solution to whatever you are facing today, on whatever level it is. Because it could be very simple things. Like I said, like cleaning up after myself is an area that I'm working on. Teaching yoga and communicating what I would like my students to be empowered by is another area. Okay? Making these videos. I'm doing my best to make these videos. Sometimes they're not always I'm not always conveying the best, most efficient manner with them, or hitting on topics. I'll get done with a video, I'm like, oh man, I could have easily thrown that in there and that in there, and I was just rambling on about nonsense for a little bit, like, that's all good. I do my best to learn from those videos, because I'll go back and watch them, so I learn from myself and be like, okay, I need to stop doing that and do this and learn from it. Okay? We're on a never-ending path of life. It's never ending. It will go on for forever, literally. It's never. Just look at in physics. Okay, first off, we're energetic beings. Like, this physical form is the limitation of who we truly are. Okay? At the same time, when we're in the physical, this gives us a very divine opportunity to do work in this plane. But we're energetic beings at source. So our entire being is energy. Everything that we experience is energy. So that energy can't be created or destroyed. It's always been here. It's always going to be here in this realm. Okay? So again, we're on this never-ending path. So each day you have an opportunity to better yourself, to find more solutions, again, to whatever it is. Each day is going to present itself a new challenge for you to take on and to handle. Maybe what you need to do your best in is keeping your cool while somebody's providing you a very frustrating situation. Or you're stuck in traffic and you're like, oh man, this sucks. How can you do your best? How can you become a solution to that problem? Can you breathe more consciously? Can you have a mantra in mind that keeps you calm and steady and at ease, even in a challenging situation? There are all different ways that you can be your best. Okay? And just, can you, if you, health-wise, what kind of food are you eating? Can you do better eating food? What kind of solutions can you find in what you consume with your food that will help alleviate problems you may have physically in your health and mentally? When you eat food, how does that affect your mental state? Do you get super drowsy and you're like, oh, I just need to sleep. I need to sleep that off, whatever I just ate. Or do you feel energized and ready to go? And just as much, like I said, as you can't act in the future, in a sense you can. Because you can eat food, but it has to be right now, right? You can be solutions for the future. You for sure can be solutions for the future. It just has to be right now. You have to make the decisions right now. So what I was alluding to was you can eat certain foods that will provide you greater ease in the future. You can become a solution in the future right now. You can become a solution for the future right now in terms of developing a technology and sharing it with everyone. Open sourcing it. Sharing is caring. So you can open source a technology that you are looking to develop, share it with everyone, get it into the cloud for everyone to witness and gain the wisdom from, so that you provide that solution for future issues. We right now have a tendency to be very polluting on this planet. So maybe you have a solution for that you can implement right now. You can open source it right now to save pollution from the future. Again, it has to be right now though. But now is the only thing that we have. You got to make the most of it. You can't snooze on yourself. You can't snooze on the reflections of yourself. As you are me, I am you. We're both the world. We're both the trees outside. We're all depending on each other. So if you have a solution in you that's going to help us all in the future, implement that now. Become that solution. Again, if you have a grand idea in your mind and you're like, yep, okay, I see it. It's in my mind. I see it happening. You're still going to fail at whatever you're going to try to do. It's going to happen. Whether that's the mechanism of whatever you're trying to create wasn't as fluid as you thought it was going to be, or the funds weren't quite there, or somebody comes by and is trying to hate on your project, or whatever it is. You know, like on some level it's not going to be the way that you thought it was going to go down. But again, that's going to give you the opportunity to learn from those situations, to better yourself, to handle those types of situations in the future. Right? So when you see when it fails, okay, well, why did it fail? At what time did it fail? You know, what part of the mechanism collapsed on you? Was it what you were creating? Was it your mental state? Was it the funds that collapsed? What was it? And then learn from that. Grow from it. In order to understand what's going on, again, you have to be present. You have to be in the now to really understand, okay, when I push the button, I turn whatever I'm designing on, and click, 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 and then boom, it failed. Okay, it was on that third click or whatever it was that it failed at. So why did that third click fail? Why when you were in your car and you got into traffic, why was it 3 to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was that you were sitting in traffic, why was it then that got to you? Did you stop breathing? Again, be present. When those things come in, they're going to come in. You will feel frustrated. You will lose your breath. All that stuff. Why? And how did you react to it? How did you overcome those obstacles? How did you become the solution to those problems? How did you do your best in that situation? Okay? So, much love to you on your path. Especially if you are doing your best. Keep failing. Okay? Because those failures are going to lead you to something even more grand than what you even had in mind. Because the universe, yourself, is going to recognize, oh yeah, this person, this aspect of myself is actually doing the work. So I'm going to, as they do the work and they're, testing and going through the trials and all that stuff, at some point the universe is going to open the door for you to walk through, and it's going to be so much more divine than what you even had in mind. It's going to blow you out of the water. Okay? And don't be afraid to start swimming in unknown waters either. Things that other people haven't tried. Anyone that you know, they didn't try it out. You do it. It's obviously going through your mind for a particular reason. Do it. Talk about it. Be it. Research it and then apply it to your life. If it's coming in through your heart, do that. Okay? as always, I'm gonna start pumping some more videos out. If you got any recommendations, if I got the time, I'm crazy busy right now. If I got the time and it's resonating in my heart in that moment, then I'll put it out. I'm still looking. I got a backlog of videos that I have in mind to do. It's just man, I'm crunched for time right now. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. So yeah, much love to you. Keep walking your path and many blessings. Keep tuning in. Peace.